Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a special unboxing to do. At least for me, it feels special. This package here came by way of Erling EDC. I'm not familiar of him. I believe he's on Instagram. I don't know if he's on YouTube as well, but check him out. ERLING.EDC on Instagram. And this here is the prototype of the Renegade Provisions Co. Gungnir. So this is a big boy, but doesn't even feel that heavy in the box, so that's good. This is a knife. When I first heard about it and saw it, I was like, damn, that looks cool, but it's fucking huge, so I'm probably out, right? Because I'm not the big knife guy, right? I like some. But then over the last month or two, I've kind of gotten some big knives. So like, for example, this is my favorite knife currently is the Liang Ma Field Duty, and this has a 4-inch blade on it. I think it's less than that cutting edge, obviously, but I believe it's either 3.75 or 4-inch on the blade. So it's a pretty big boy, right? And I've had I got the Chavez 229 in again, which I think is 3.6, so not as big. And of course, you guys know my favorite knife, the unboxing knife on this channel, is the Evatech Shadow Ranger, the greatest EDC knife of all time, the greatest unboxing knife ever invented. And I believe this has a 4-inch blade, so maybe we have some size comparison knives here. Real quick, I want to preface any misfires on the fact that I have super glue on all my fingertips right now. I was putting these child lock things up, and anyway, I needed super glue, and I was trying to smear it in, and of course I got it on my hands, and it's all over my fingertips, so everything's super smooth. It feels like I have silicone on my tips. On my tip, don't tie it. So she said. Anyway, I'm going to get into this. I got the baby monitor over there. I've tried to film this video a couple times today. My kid was sick this morning, so I took off at noon when my wife went to work, and so I tried to do this video when she went down for a nap at like 4, and she just didn't want to take the nap. I ended up napping with her to get her to sleep, and yeah, so I finally am getting to this, and I'm super stoked. So let's get into Gungnir. Let me make sure there's no, like, stickers. Nope, nothing there from Erling that I need to show. Ooh, or maybe, I don't know. There's some more stuff in here. Let's see. Oh, Gungnir. Hello, my pretty. Oh, snap diggity dog. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting on the, build there. Okay, so let's take a look. Here's Gungnir, baby. So this is going to be the plain titanium with black micarta, looks like. It's well worn in at this point. This one has the titanium 3D milled clip. There is a variant that is coming with, or that is, you could choose your clip when you order, sorry. And one of the options is a wire clip. And I chose that. So I actually bought one of these already. I was hoping I'd get one in hand before the pre-order, but the way timing worked out with all the other guys checking it out, I didn't get to do that, but I went ahead and pre-ordered it anyway, because he's a fellow knife dude. You know, we're not like buddies. You know, we've chatted a little bit about Gungnir. We have a lot of like mutual friends, like Jake, Bearded Gear, the old man, some other guys. And so I just wanted to support the guy. I've heard a lot of good things, and from my experience so far, Chris at Renegade is a great dude. So I went ahead and just ordered one, and I'm hoping this just kind of reaffirms it, right? So you can tell it's fucking huge, right? So here it is, closed up. But if you compare it to the Field Duty, I mean, it's not like ridiculous. They're almost the same length. I think they are, actually. Let me see if I can get them butt to butt. I mean, it might be a little bit bigger. I think it is. It's a little bit bigger, but it's not like absolutely dwarfing the field duty here, right? And my favorite knife right now. So there you go. I can tell you right now, looking at this, I am probably going to be sending mine when I get it to MB Wild to have this anno work done, because this was plain titanium like this. And that bronze, man, it just absolutely fits this design and this scheme. And I think it'll do the same with this guy. So yeah, let's get into this bad boy. I like how the blade sits down there in the bottom of the scale. Now this has gone to a few reviewers at this point, I think a lot. And after this, I talked to Chris and I was like, dude, Kyle needs to check this out. DTOM Knives and Gear, my brother. So I'm going to send it to Kyle next. And then from there, it's going to go back to Chris. And he's going to like tune it up, sharpen it. And then probably send it back out to some more channels to get a little more love out there. I talked to Chris about disassembling it, and he said, go ahead, no problem. So I will disassemble this in a video, and I will probably see what bearings fit in case anybody's interested. I have some Delrin bearings on the way. I'm hoping they would fit. That would be cool, but yeah. So I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to flick this bad boy. Now, I'm left-handed, but this has a bolster lock, which is fantastic. So my thumb is nowhere near there when I'm on the flipper tab. Now remember, super glue, all right? Let's feel that detent. Okay. Ta-ting! So it shot at, oh, god damn it. Okay. So you can fail it. All right, so if you're doing my lefty test or whatever, where you just break the detent, it's not going all the way. But if I give it any type of gas, it just fires out. So, I mean, and look at this massive piece of steel. Holy shit, okay. Slow down, Kev. All right, look at this massive piece of steel, this sheep's foot monster, okay? Now, there are some changes that are being made, minor stuff. I think something around the bolster lock, I can't remember. And then this is actually going to be a full cutout right here, and I think it's going to be chamfered in a certain way to catch your finger better. I don't know if it's being extended at all. That might be a good idea, so you could use more than just your middle finger. Maybe you could get a ring finger in there. I don't know. But I think this is well past the give me feedback on the design stage. It's more like this is what's happening stage. But anyway, that's going to be a full pass-through. I'm trying to think if there's any other... he told me something. There's some T6 screws on here. I don't know if it's these body screws or the... maybe there's some underneath. Those are all going to be T8, is what he told me. It's M390 steel. And guys, this hollow grind is redonkulous. Other than maybe the Alliance Design Slim Pickens. That one had such a ridiculous hollow. And the Evo 2.0 has a ridiculous hollow, but this might be deeper than both of those. I mean, it's one of those situations I always say where I can feel this finger through the blade. Like, just sensory, whatever it is in your brain, where when they're close enough, it's like you could feel them, right? They're that close together that I'm like feeling my finger with the blade between it. I mean, it is redonkulous for such a huge knife. It's pretty thin. I mean, look at that. It's not like some thick-ass boy. Has a nice titanium backspacer lanyard spot there for you weirdos who are going to put a lanyard on a ginormous-ass knife. I'm going to cut my goddamn finger off, so hang on here. All right. I mean, it is absolutely just bananas. There's no need for bearings on this thing. Listen to the ting, all right? Ting, ting, ting. Now, it's actually bouncing off sometimes, which I mean, you got a middle finger flick it, so let me get into that real quick. Holy mother of God. Okay, so yeah. I mean, that works really well with that fuller right there. Now, like I was saying, I don't know. I think if it got extended down a little bit, it might be better because you'd have, you could get another finger in there like this one, or, depending on your hand size, you might not have your finger way up here where the fuller is. You might be down here if you have a small hand. And look how big the handle is. You could ride it down here and still be able to flick from here, right? Oh shit, you can do it without the fuller, basically. Yeah, so, guys, I'm a detent whore, and that's me. This detent is perfectly fine. This is good. It's a good detent. I would strengthen it just to see hair. Like, I would give it... Yeah, I would give it a little more on that detent. Because I'm not having any problem flicking it out there, and they're going to make it even better by having a full pass-through and some chamfering, not chamfering, some, I don't know, whatever it is to make it a little sharper there so you can catch it better. So I think you could stiffen that detent just a touch, but detent diva over here, right? And then you might not have that issue where it kind of bounces off sometimes. But regardless, this thing, holy shit. I am impressed. I was worried it would be too big. And so far, it doesn't quite seem like that. I haven't carried it yet. I'm going to carry it to the office tomorrow. That's another whole thing. It's, right hand only. He really did look into getting the clip spot on the left side for, the wire clip or for this or having a filler tab, and he just couldn't find anything that either worked aesthetically or worked with Riot, because he'd have to sell a certain number and it would get kind of iffy if he did that, because how many lefties are out there to buy one of these huge ass knives, right? So it's just kind of a game of minimums and shit with Riot, so it's like he just couldn't do it, but he tried, so I appreciate that. There is no choil, but it might as well be one. So I don't know if this is a sharpening choil or a finger choil, but I can use it as a finger choil. I get really good purchase, really good control. There's jimping that's like riding up here on the blade, like a third of the way up the blade, or it's not quite halfway, but that feels really good, because that's where my thumb lands when I put it into that choil. And you have amazing control of that edge. Then I can also choke up to here, and I have a full grip, and I'm not quite up on that jimping with my hand size, but I can ride it back here, and I'm very comfortable. It's not sharp or anything on the spine. And then you can even choke back if you want, and then you can ride it back here, and now you got a little chopper, right? It's very versatile, I'll give it that. The freaking action is just bonkers, and the more I play with it, obviously now I'm used to the detent, and I'm not like smacking the shit out of it, right? You don't have to. So it is really good. I wasn't trying to say the detent wasn't good, just saying it could be a little stronger and I'd be happier, but I'm not going to complain. Let's try a push button. Yeah, we just got it on the push button. Let me try that again. Yeah, it goes. It does go, but it's more made for a light switch, and it really flies out of there. There is some really nice jimping up on there. You guys will see this more up close when I do the disassembly. But, yeah, it's addictive to just sit here and do this, right? I don't know, it's just bananas how big it is. Let's check out the Field Duty in an open position next to it. So there you go. So, I mean, it's really not that much bigger than a Field Duty if you have one of these. It's a little bit taller, obviously. It is about the same exact thickness. Yeah, they're almost exactly the same thickness, so it's not a very thick knife. It's just a really big knife. and so is the Field Duty, and it feels really good in my hand. I think that personally, I'd probably, if they made like this one and then they made one that was like 3.5 inch and called it a mini, I would buy the mini over the full size. But this thing's incredible, and this thing's just gonna be like a big workhorse in my collection. I mean, I guess you gotta have one big boy that can take down a bear, right? And this is that, man. That hollow comes all the way out. I mean, it's incredible. Yeah, so that's the Renegade Provisions Co. Gungnir. I mean, it's cool, guys. I like the chamfering all around. They did a great job. Obviously, you barely, if at all, feel the transitions between micarta and titanium. It's Riot. I love how this right here is rounded out and it's just really smooth. No sharp edge at the top. That's a thing that happens a lot with knives. You know, right here it can be kind of pokey or something sticking out. The flipper tab, just, oh, that ting, man. And that's, a lot of that is the hollow grind. Ah, shit. Yeah, and then I could tell already I would much prefer the wire clip, just because, you know, there's a little bit of a point at the end of this guy here, and because it's so big, my fingers don't go all the way down to the clip. So one finger is like at the edge there, and I feel that point. This choke up grip feels fantastic. Man, I'm really liking this thing. Yeah, I was a little worried that I'd have some reservations after checking it out. You know how that goes. You buy something, and then all of a sudden you have the chance to check one out before you get the one you ordered, and it's like, but no, I'm just excited now, and, they're going to take a while to get here. It's Riot. They're very busy, and, yeah, so these are available. They're still available for pre-order. You can get either this version with the 3D mill clip, I believe, or the wire clip. There is black micarta with plain titanium. There is natural and green micarta, I believe, are the three options. They are $425. I believe that's the price. It actually is a 4 1/4 inch blade, which is pretty cool. And it's $425, but knowing Renegade, it's going to come with some cool shit. So far I've heard it's going to ship with KPL in it. And the dude makes hanks and shit. So, like, and if you've ever seen his packaging, it's incredible. So you're going to get a very cool package for that $425. And plus, you get an absolute chunk of a knife. A really good knife, in my opinion, so far. So I'll be carrying this, and I will do the disassembly first impressions, and then I will knock out a full review of this prototype Gungnir, because it is not the production version. I think some of those changes are going to make it even better for me personally, having that full cutout. There is no issue left-handed. I mean, it functions just as well. The only thing I would say is the carry. You're going to have that flipper tab, so you're going to want to carry it in your back left pocket probably, or just risk it. I mean, it does have a strong enough detent that I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, can I shake it out? Yeah, I'm not. I'd have to really chuck it to shake it, so any knife can be shaken out, but yeah, the detent's strong enough for that, so I don't think you really have to worry about it in your front left pocket being left-handed. It's going to take up a lot of space, obviously, so that's a consideration no matter where you put it. But yeah, so thanks to Chris for letting me check this bad boy out. And yeah, I think that's it. I will catch up with you on the next video for this. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later. Yeah, damn.